Stephen Guareno, KO Artist Sports. We're here with the one and only Sugar Shane Mosley. Man, first let's get to this fight. How has Jake been looking in camp?
Jake's been looking great. He's looking good. Hand speed good. Power is good. Mentality is good. He's ready.
How is he different from, say, the first time you trained him?
Well, I wasn't the trainer. So third Chambers is the head trainer, and Jay Leon is the assistant. But the difference with the training was he learned all his basics. He learned his jabs, right hands. You know what I'm saying? He learned how to throw his left foot the right way. He learned the fundamentals of boxing. And I think that's going to take him a long ways in this fight when he fights Nate Diaz.
Gotta ask, man, I know you saw what happened this weekend versus Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. Man, just break down what you saw.
Well, you know, I was going for Terence Crawford, but I thought that, looking at the fight, I thought that Errol Spence was a little weak trying to make 147. I know what it feels like to do that. And in order to fight somebody like Crawford, you have to be 100%.
Do you see a reason for a rematch with that fight, maybe at 154 pounds?
I can see it being at 154. I can see Spence making more of adjustments and making a fight that we want to see. But I still am going for Crawford. I think Crawford has the movement. He can, switch hitting, power, the IQ to get the job done.
I know you said you picked Crawford, but were you surprised the way he went about it?
I wasn't surprised when I noticed how weak Errol was. He did look really weak when he first got in the ring. I noticed when Crawford started with the jab, he'd fall back, he was kind of stumbling a lot. He really wasn't strong. He was really weak. And I know what that's from. That's from coming down from 190 or 185 to 147. I mean, it's hard to do that, especially car accidents and all that stuff too. I mean, those things are a factor. Not taken away from Spence, but not taken away from Crawford, because Crawford did a hell of a job. He did what he was supposed to do. He showed up, on the right weight, worked out hard. He did everything he was supposed to do. He's a world champion. He's the undisputed. I mean, he is pound for pound the best.
I was just going to ask, is he clearly pound for pound the best?
He's pound for pound the best. I mean, I see Tank right there with them a little bit. They're going back and forth. But for me, I see Crawford being the pound for pound best because he has all the tools. You know what I'm saying? Tank does too, but Crawford really has, he can box you, he can punch you, he can fight you on the inside, outside, on the side. I mean, he can fight you anywhere and knock you out. So,
is there anyone that can stop the Terence Crawford train right now?
I mean, there's another guy. I'm not sure if he's gonna beat him, but there's another guy that's gonna give some good work. I think it's Boots. Boots is gonna give some work. He's very, he's young. He's got a lot of power, speed, a lot of mobility. So I think that he's gonna give some work.
Obviously, Jermell's moving up to 168 to face Canelo, undisputed versus undisputed. Well, first let's talk about that. Real quick, what you made a face. What do you think about that one?
I don't know, man. It's going to be kind of hard to jump up that many weight classes. I mean, he's actually taller and probably can put the weight on better, but it's going to be kind of quick to just put it on to 168 from 154. It's going to be a good fight, man. I think Canelo has a big advantage because he's been at 68 for so long. Got good speed and stuff. I mean, it's going to be a very interesting fight. But you have to get Charlo. You gotta give him some, because I think that he has the speed, power, and I know that he can move up and he can bring the power with him at 68. He's big enough to do that, just like his brother. So it'll be interesting to see how he can jump from 54 to 68, which I think he can. I did from 35 to 47, so it's possible.
Just having been in the ring with Canelo, even a smaller Canelo, right? He was 47, right?
Younger Canelo. I was 40 years old. He was 21. I mean, it's a lot different. Canelo's a different fighter than he was when he was younger. More mature, more experienced. Canelo is a tricky fighter. I'm not particularly sure how Jermell. I'm not sure what Jermell should do to counteract, with his punching. Maybe he should go by the same style that Bivol did. putting a lot of jabs, 1-2s in his face, keeping him at distance, and making it hard for him. Even Plant, made it hard for Canelo, early on. So it seems that boxing him, using your height and your speed and your reach, your jab, that seems to be the recipe for Canelo.
Since you brought up Caleb Plant, man, I gotta ask. I know you know what I'm gonna say. You saw Caleb Plant and Jermell Charlo, the bigger Charlo's interaction. Just what were your thoughts on that whole thing?
I know both guys. I didn't really like the slap. I don't know what it was about, but I didn't like that slap like that. But it was it was interesting. I think, man, that would have really got me upset. I mean, getting slapped like that. I mean, but he held his composure, and maybe that's the next setup for the next fight for him and Kev to fight.
Just real quick, we kind of skipped over Jermell, obviously undisputed at 154 pounds. He would be, I feel, a clear opponent for Terence Crawford if we don't get the Errol Spence rematch. How does Mel and Crawford play out?
Well, I mean, we can't skip over Canelo. I mean, he's going up to 685 Canelo. Mel going up to 68 will probably have an advantage because he's bigger, But I don't know. Crawford has so many different tools. I might still go with Crawford, but I'm not sure. I have to see the way they look before they get the ring. And that's kind of like what happened with Errol Spence. I seen the way he looked when he was in the midst right before. I was like, oh, okay, he's a little stiff. There's something going on. And it has to be the weight. He was a little stiff, and Butcher had more rhythm. Crawford had more rhythm. And I was like, Crawford, he's going to get him. So I don't know. We got to see when they get close.
Just final question. How does it end on Saturday night with Jake Paul and Nate Diaz?
Well, I'm thinking it's going to be a knockout. I think that Jake can knock him out. He has good power, good speed. He's been working hard every single day. He's been doing everything that the coaches has asked for him. And, man, he looks terrific. He looks great.
Best of luck on Saturday. Thank you so much for your time, Sugar. Appreciate
Thank you, man.
Sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.